Hey y'all, I'm here with a top knot bun tutorial. My hair looks horrible and I just can't do it, okay? So I'm going to be using the big beautiful hair. I don't know why I'm playing hide and go seek with y'all behind this package, but I'm going to be using the 4C Coily one, and I'm only going to use one bundle for the bun. So what I'm going to do now is spray some water on my hair because it's dry. As y'all know, my hair is always dry and thirsty, so I'm quenching its thirst with some water. I'm only dampening it, I'm not making it soaking wet. So I'm going to massage the water into it, and then I'm just going to get some moisturizer. I just used a sample of what I had. I like to just use my samples when I'm not doing, a style that requires curl definition or anything like that. I like to go and use all the samples that I have just to see how they work and to see if I would purchase them. But anyway, I'm going to be parting off my hair into two sections. If you checked out my bad hair day solution video, you already know what I'm about to do. I'm just gonna do pretty much just two ponytails because it's easier if you have thick, dense hair to do it two separate ponytails, because doing one ponytail, you'll be there all day trying to make sure that it's smooth everywhere, and I like my ponytails to be very, very smooth and flat with no bumps or lumps. So I'm detangling with my Denman brush, and once it's all detangled and smooth, I'm going to add an Ouchless hair tie by Goody and put it in a ponytail. Now I'm going to detangle the perimeter, and it is best to detangle on damp moisturized hair, because you will break off your hair if you try to detangle while it's dry, which is why I wet it up. And it's easier to manage as well. So that's all I'm doing. I detangle and then I brush upward, and now I'm using some Eco Styler gel, the Argan oil kind. Excuse that whiteness on my neck. I did go back in with more moisturizer, but I didn't know I was trying to moisturize my neck as well. But I'm just going to put the gel all over my perimeter to make sure that my edges are smooth and flat. And I'm going to use my Black Girl brush / Boar Bristle Brush and make sure it's smooth furthermore. I'm holding as I brush because it's going in the ponytail at this point. And I'm using another Ouchless hair tie for the outer ponytail. You just want to make sure it's super smooth, unless you like that messy look. If that works for you, go for it. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to put my natural hair in a bun, and I'm not going to leave it loose. I'm going to braid it to prevent breakage and to prevent tangling with all the other hairs, because that could increase knotting and further breakage. So I'm going to use bobby pins to secure the braids, and I'm using my one bundle of the big beautiful hair, showing y'all the texture. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start to wrap the base around my natural bun, around my natural hair, my ponytail, braid, ponytail, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to wrap the base, which is also known as the weft, around. And then when I get about halfway, I'm going to add a bobby pin in it to secure it a little bit more. Right there. And then I'm going to continue to wrap until I get to the end, which I will add another bobby pin at the end. I forgot to tell y'all, when I start wrapping, I do secure it with a bobby pin before I start wrapping. So I'm just taking a piece of the hair from the ponytail to wrap it around the base of the ponytail so that no one can tell that it's actually not my hair. So you do this to cover up the weft. And of course you have to secure it with a bobby pin or it will all come tumbling down. Now I'm just going to take the hair in sections and wrap it. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to make sure that I cover up my braids. So I can't just, I would feel uncomfortable with just wrapping one piece, like the whole ponytail at one time, because I would feel like my braids are not covered, and I just need to make sure that they are covered all the way. So, you know, I'm short, so tall people, they look down on me, they're going to be able to see the braids, and they're going to be like, girl, you know that's not your hair. And I don't really want that. So I'm going to be using the Gorilla Snot because my hair wants to act like a bad child that is untamable. And I'm going to add that on all the parts that are sticking up and not laying down. I know Gorilla Snot sounds so gross, but I guess their snot is thick apparently. But anyway, I'm going to be using the brush to secure that snot because I love Gorilla Snot. It works. So keep it coming, y'all. Don't stop making it. Now I'm going to add a silk scarf around my head to lay it down. Y'all know the drill. Tie it tightly, but not that tight because you don't want a headache. Now I'm taking the scarf off because my hair should be all good and tamed now. I left it on for about 30 minutes. So now I'm going to go ahead and fluff the bun to my liking. What you could do, a good suggestion would be to, if you like that frizzy look or you don't really like the defined look, you could actually brush the hair out a little bit or finger comb it with your hands before you start wrapping, and it will look a little less tamed. But that is the finished look. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned something. Thank you all for watching. I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.